Hey, scrappy people, it's Traci Reed here today with a sort of different video. So, I didn't do December daily last year and oh my goodness, I missed it. So, this year I'm definitely doing December daily, but I had a problem. One, I designed the Very Merry collection for Simple Stories and I adore it. Love it. I designed this binder and I designed the whole line. So of course I'm going to use it. The problem I was having though is that I have so much Christmas product that isn't included in this line, just like so much. And I felt like if I stuck to just the line, I would be missing out on all of this cool product that I have, including some new stuff that I bought this year. So this video is going to be about how to combine your old and your new to create a custom December daily collection without, buying just everything, which is what I do every year. I buy everything. So I'm going to be going through what I did and giving you some tips and tricks to combine your product for maximum effect, I guess. So I have a ton of product. I'm just going to say that in advance. So if you don't have as much as I do, which I mean, most people probably don't, because they're not crazy like me. If you don't have as much as I do, don't fret. It is okay. You need to work with what you got. And remember, December daily and all scrapbooking is not about the product. It is about the memories. So you can do something beautiful with less than half of what I have. I just happen to have a lot because it is my job. So let's dig in. Of course, the first thing I'm going to be using is this album, of course, because A, hello, it's so cute, and B, I have it and I designed it, so it's right here and I'm going to use it. So this binder comes with a set of pages that are already pre-made for your December daily. So it's got some cute dividers as well as some journaling pages that are going to be perfect for a December daily album. So I'm going to definitely be incorporating these. The Very Merry line has some fun photorealistic stuff too. So here's a calendar that will probably go in the front, a cute little tag, Christmas countdown, and a pocket. And then, of course, it also comes with page protectors, which I'm probably going to need more, so I'll be pulling them from other things. But it comes with four up 3x4s, and then also 4x6 with a 3x4 and some full page stuff. So I'm definitely going to be using these. So I'm going to close this up, and I'm going to show you the Very Merry line, which is what I started with when making this kit. So I have a lot, well, I have the whole line, which means I have a lot of product. This isn't it. 1 second. Here we go. Okay. I have the whole line, which means I have a lot of product. So I wanted to base my whole album off of this line because, duh, this is where I have the most product. So let me pull out all of the pieces of this line so that we have it all together. 1 second. There's a lot of it. Okay. Oh my goodness. What do we got here? So we have, with this line, there is a lot. So there is the regular collection kit. Then there is die cut numbers and regular die cuts. Then there is clear 4x6 stickers and regular 4x6 stickers, as well as chipboard, a 6x8 pad, and there is I have it out of the packaging, but this is the blur. I forget what they're called. Oh my goodness. Anyway, it's the little package of cards that come already pre-cut. So there are 4x6s, 4x4s, 3x4s, and 2x2s. So in the paper pad for the 6x8 paper pad, there are both patterns and designer papers. So things with already pre-printed embellishments, or I mean not embellishments, but you know, like words and patterns. So there's a good mix in there, and I will actually probably be pulling mostly from this 6x8 paper pad and not the full paper pad, although I'm sure I will be pulling from the full paper pad as well. So let's look at this close up. So the Very Merry collection has a sort of a vintage feel. And while I love it and it's beautiful, of course I'm gonna say that because I designed it. While I love it, my scrapbooking typically isn't very vintage. So when I was pulling in more product for my December Daily collection, what I really wanted to focus on was bringing in product that would modernize this collection a little bit. So there are the die cut numbers. And then we have papers, plus these have cut apart journal cards that I'll be using as well. And it has a 12 by 12 sticker sheet with a lot of stuff on it as well. So that is the Very Merry line. And that's what I based my whole December Daily kit around. I also have the other Simple Stories collection, which is called Oh What Fun, and it's a simple set, so it's a little bit smaller. And you can see it's completely different. It is more whimsical and cutesy, but there are some things in here that will match some of the collection. So I'm gonna keep this out. I don't know if I'm actually going to use it, but I might use some of it here and there to coordinate. My goal will be to avoid the pinks and blues as much as possible, which really limits which cards I can use, basically just the reds and the greens. But I'm gonna keep it just in case, but it's not officially a part of the collection or of the December Daily kit. So let's start with the cards and the papers that I decided to include just in case. So I'll start with the cards and the 6x8 papers. So what I did, my main goal was to not clash with what I'm already pulled in. So I wanted to pull in wood, more craft. There's not really any craft in the Very Merry collection, but it does lend itself to sort of a crafty vibe. So I pulled in craft, I pulled in different tones of wood, and I also pulled in some vellum and some transparencies. Now remember, my goal was to modernize the collection a little bit to fit with the style that I like to scrap in. So I have some more modern cards and things. Now I pulled all of this stuff from old Gossamer Blue collections and older products that I printed previously. Like this was a digital collection that I printed out previously. And just some old supplies that I have that I thought might match. I'm not sure if I'm going to use this. I pulled it out everywhere else, but apparently I kept the one 4x6. I don't think it really matches well, but these cute little reindeer do. And then here's some more craft. This is a really old paper. I'm not even sure where I got it. It's probably 8 years old, but it's cute. And then some more 4x6s that are just kind of more modern that will bring the collection into a more modern place so that I am more comfortable. So here are some Traveler's Notebook papers that I pulled from Gossamer Blue's December Daily kit last year. They're designed by France, I believe. So they're beautiful, of course, because she's amazing. Banana Fish, that's her name, Banana Fish Studio. So here's some more craft. And then I just went with some more simple patterns, really bright and light to kind of lighten up the Very Merry collection. and some 6x8 papers. Some of these are from Gossamer Blue's Get Happy collection from a few years ago, designed by Allison Pennington. These aren't, just more craft that I had. But these are from that collection designed by Allison Pennington. It had a matching December Memories kit, but you can see it has red and black and wood grain, which is perfect to go with the Very Merry collection. So I pulled those out as well. And then I also have this old My Mind's Eye 6x6 paper pad that matches the colors pretty well for the Very Merry collection and is in a similar style. So I pulled that out just in case I decided I wanted to use it. And then here's just a selection of some cards. You don't need to see all of them. I'm sure you're a little bit bored now. But you can see I stayed in the color palette of the collection. I didn't branch out too much, but I just pulled in some different stuff. Now, here's kind of where I had a little bit more fun. I didn't pull from my stash completely for the papers that I'm incorporating. I did buy some of the Pebbles Mary Mary collection because it has this beautiful craft in it. And like I said, I wanted to incorporate some craft. So this has craft with white. Both of these do. And then the other side. But I'll probably be pulling mostly with these. And then craft with holly. And then the other side matches the Very Merry collection. And then here is a cut apart from Photo Play, which is Mad for Plaid, which I thought matched pretty well. Kind of vintagey itself. And then I also have the crepe paper, two crepe paper Fa La La papers. I really loved this buffalo plaid, and I also really love the other side as well. Plus the cut aparts, I again will be avoiding using the blue and the pinks, but there's some fun cut aparts that aren't blue and pink in here. I love these tags. And then these are from my stash. These are from the Get Happy collection from Allison Pennington, but they match perfectly, so I pulled these as well. So it has its own wood grain, and it's red and black. This one has a little bit of pink, but I'll survive. And all of that matches really well. So I have a lot of paper, but that's okay, because if you've watched any of my videos, you know that I layer a ton, so I need a ton of paper. So let's get to the fun stuff. So I pulled from my stash for all of the embellishments except for one thing and the stuff that came with the Very Merry. So most of this is going to be from old Gossamer Blue collections. I love these bits, these wood veneers from American Crafts. I never used them. Like I said, I didn't do December Daily last year, so I have a lot of last year's stuff. And then I have these buttons and these candy dots. And then I pulled out all of my December stamps. So there's Gossamer Blue ones in here. I mean, goodness, this one's from 2013. This one's from Kelly Stamps. This one is from the Get Happy collection. Here's one from Mistletoe Magic by My Mind's Eye. An old line. This one, it's interesting, it's turned yellow, but this is a Technique Tuesday Allie Edwards stamp, so it's pretty old, that's why it's yellow. And then this one is from Gossamer Blue in 2014. So I did pull out my stamps, but you know that I'm not a big stamper, so who knows if they'll get used. There are, let's look. Okay, so I have these pockets from the Get Happy collection, and there's some in here that I won't use because they don't match, like this yellow probably, but most of them match pretty well. So I don't know what I'll do with them, but I pulled them aside because they match. And I have so much of the Get Happy collection still because I loved it so much. Now here are the washies I'm going to be using. Oops, not this one. Well, actually, maybe that one. So these are from my winter collection last year. And then these are from the Very Merry collection. And then these are just old ones, Santa Claus, Christmas, and snowflakes. So I pulled those out. And then I have some fun, okay, so here is, these are from the Fa La La. This is one of the only things I bought this year besides paper. These are Fa La La ephemera pieces. And of course I'll be avoiding the pink and the blue, but it has some fun buffalo plaid in it that I'll probably be using. And then these are pink paisley from a few years ago, the Yuletide collection. They're numbers. And I really love these numbers, so I'll be incorporating them. Then here's some fun sort of ephemera, not ephemera, but like here's pockets. These are from my old Gossamer Blue collection. I love sliding stories, bigger stories in these pockets. And then I just kept out some of the pockets or the envelopes that came with stuff, just in case I want to layer. And there's little ones too, so they might be kind of cute for something. And then these tags are craft. So I pulled them out. The key is I have a few different colors of craft. So the key is going to be not using the different color crafts on the same page. So here's, this craft is really light and this craft is really dark. So the key is going to be not using those together. And then this craft is even darker. Although the craft sort of matches pretty much that paper, but if you use all these together, it's not going to match well. So the key is keeping them away from each other. So here's these cute tags that I pulled out. And if this seems like a lot of product to you, it is. But if you've watched any of my videos, you know that I use a lot of product. So I wanted to be better to be safe than sorry, right? So I pulled out, I did purge, but I did pull out a lot. So here are some old stickers that I'm going to be using. This alphabet is kind of used up, but I will use it anyway. Puffy stickers, all red and black, except for that pink one. Some letter stickers. Again, I pulled from my stash, so we're going to be trying to use some of this stuff up. Here is label stickers, Gossamer Blue. And these are old simple stories. More Gossamer Blue, more simple stories. Gossamer Blue from last year. Last year had some navy and light blue in it and pink, so I won't be using those. And then pink paisley and Heidi Swap black stickers, perfect for this year. Okay, so let's dig in to some fun stuff. Oh, here's that alpha from Get Happy. It has a little bit of pink, but I figured it might work for some of this stuff. And these are Merry and Bright from Amber LeBeau for Amber LeBeau for Fancy Pants. And you can see this looks like it's not going to match. There's a lot of teal and blue, but I love these gold and red, so I will be using those parts. I won't be using anything that has this plaid in the background, but just the things that don't have the plaid. Perfect. Okay, so here's where the stash stuff comes in. I have a whole big, here, I'll pull it out. Where'd it go? Oh, maybe not. I put it away. Oh, here it is. Okay, so I have a big bag full of Christmas stuff with a big bag full of sort of like die cuts and things in it. So I went through all of this. You can see the stuff I didn't include in the collection or in the kit. I went through all of it and pulled out just what I thought would work with the Very Merry collection. So these are 3 different bowls. This is sort of tactile stuff. This is die cuts. And this is sort of like vellum and acetate. Lots of gold acetate and vellum from past collections. And then these are like a glittery sort of cardstock I thought would match. So I pulled all those out and put them in one. You can see there's vellum pieces here. Or not vellum, sorry. These are acetate pieces here. And some vellum from past December daily collections. So I just pulled all that out and put it in a bowl. I'll probably transfer it to a baggie or something so I don't have to keep bowls out. Here are die cuts. Now the point when I was pulling out die cuts, because I already have a lot of die cuts that came with the Simple Stories collection, is I wanted to pull out things that would A, modernize, or B, not detract from the style of the Very Merry collection. So no different style Santa Clauses, no super vintagey things, just stuff that I thought would go well and be used as sort of a foil for the collection. Oops, that's texture. That goes here. So I even have an old Starbucks gift card from a few years ago, but I thought it would match this year, so maybe I'll end up getting used this year. So I have a lot of die cuts. Now my first goal will be to pull from the collection first, and then from this stuff second, but I do want to use it up, so I will be using a lot of it. Craft, you can see I can poke out their gingerbread man, craft gingerbread man tags. I have a few of those actually. So super fun. And then the last bowl, let's get these put away. The last bowl is tactile things. So I have wood veneer and snowflakes, glitter snowflakes, and enamel dots, and lots of chipboard. Let me pull this up closer. Lots of chipboard and flair. Here's the wood underneath. Sequins in here. So this is when I need tactile stuff. This is where I'll reach to. Some cute plastics. Perfect. So if your goal this year is to use up some of your product, I really suggest, my biggest tip is to start with one product that you want to base your whole album around, like I did with the Very Merry collection. One product, and then work with that color scheme or that feel or whatever you feel like you want to pull from that, and pull the rest of your product to match it. So I hope that was helpful. I fully realize that it's a lot of product, and a lot of people are going, oh my gosh, if I had that much product, I wouldn't struggle with December Daily. But there is a problem. When you have so much product, sometimes the product can get in the way of creation because it is so daunting, because there is so much. So I really feel like I'm going to be on track this year, even though I do have a lot of product pulled out still, because I'm not going through all of my product. You saw that big bag of product that I'm not using, because I'm not going through everything, and because I have it all organized already. It'll be easy to pull from and create. So I hope that helped you guys. I hope you're excited about December Daily. And if you pull together your own DIY kit, I would love to see it. Tag me on Instagram or leave me a link in the comments here. And I will click through because I love this part of the process.